Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the second episode of the not the official, bitch, I ain't got no affiliation, but my official review of Baddies Atl episode 2. So bitch, there was a lot going on this week, so I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna jump right into the episode. So obviously starting off, we have Christina and Natalie mid-altercation. So Christina and Natalie are literally in the middle of fighting, and it is just a classic Bad Girls Club type of fight. A lot of hair pulling and a lot of security guards in the middle, so you can't even really see what's going on.
Christina hits me first. Have you lost your fucking mind?
You right.
Nah.
Let me go so I can fight her.
Nah.
Natalie did get a couple good swings in there, but it looked like because of security, there was no actual contact with the swing. And again, Christina's original hit, she literally whacked Natalie in her armpit. Like, she didn't really do much. And then also mid-fight, one good moment was Christina just casually slid open the window and threw Natalie's wig out the window. Of course, the wig had just been yanked right off of her head, so Christina had been using it as a little cheerleader pom-pom, and then she had tossed it right out the window.
The weave is now in my hand. Hideous! You're so hideous! I just decided, since you didn't want me to do my makeup, I don't want you to have hair, bitch. So I throw it out the window.
And I always like, during the fights on Bad Girls Club, watching all the other girls all around. And in this case, I really enjoyed seeing Seven, who was just living her best life, laughing, smiling, ear to motherfucking ear. And then Janelle right behind her, poor thing, looked very concerned and really, genuinely upset and wished everybody could just be friends.
She pulled out my hair. Seven and Janelle walk in. And of course, I look crazy.
And so immediately after Christina and Natalie get in their fight, we get right on back to our Sydney Star and Judy storyline, which, you guys, this is some fucked up shit right here. Let me tell you, I said in the last episode I was a stan of Judy. No, honey, I no longer stan Judy. I'm very disgusted with Judy's behavior this week. I'm really disgusted. Not only were there more, not even microaggressions, honey. They were full-on macro aggressions. She was calling Sydney Star a dude. She was saying all this horrible shit to Sydney. So fucked up. But worse than all of motherfucking that, Judy spits, hocked a good old fat lug right on Miss Sydney. Now, unfortunately, we did not get to witness the spitting. Or maybe it is fortunate because I don't really need to see that. That's disgusting. I don't want to see that. But we did not get to see the actual spitting. Which, I will say right now, though, this is the main storyline for the episode, and that is something I do hate on reality shows, is when the main point of contention, the main storyline, is something that happened off camera. Luckily, Sarah was that bitch, and she pulled out her cell phone. She pulled out her little iPhone 4S. Sarah pulled out her little iPhone, and she started recording after the spitting. And Natalie, I will say one thing that Natalie has been really doing that I have been loving on this show is she really has had Sydney's back. The first time that Judy came at her and called her some kind of a transphobic remark, Natalie stepped in immediately, was like, no, girl, we're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. And so in this clip from the iPhone footage, you can see Natalie gets a little bit frustrated with Miss Judy because she keeps saying all this fucked up shit, and now she's spitting on people, which is obviously not what the goal of the show was. They wanted to be mature businesswomen, clearly. And so Natalie gets upset, and she unscrews her water bottle and throws her water bottle all over Judy, and she lets Judy know, don't fucking spit on people. That's disgusting. So I think Natalie was 100% justified in doing that, and I'm glad she did it so Sydney didn't have to do it, so that way Sydney didn't get, other transphobic people attacking her.
What the fuck? Yeah, I did. She's been disrespectful as fuck. Bitch, you a nasty ass bitch. I will fuck you up, hoe.
Judy, why are you spitting on people?
Because this is me and Sydney shit. Because she's been verbally disrespectful, so now I just physically disrespected her. I'm not.
Fucked up, Judy. Oh God, bitch, I'm gonna get you out this car right now. Bitch, I'm gonna get you out this car. Bitch, what the fuck you spitting on?
I was feeling very, very disrespected, so I spit on Sydney.
that was just a whole big fucking mess. But then, so back to real time, Sydney is running throughout the house trying to find Judy so she could, you know, confront her about the spinning from last night, which this is why I'm a little confused. Where was the footage when they got back to the house? Like, I get, like, the camera crew probably wants to go home and they don't want to hire a camera crew 24/7. I understand Zeus is not, you know, some huge network. It's not Oxygen. But I think that they should have hired some people. They should have had some cameras throughout the house, throughout the night, so we could see what happened at night. And, you know, we never see anybody wake up in the morning either. And so how did Sydney and Judy not have this whole altercation at night? How did they wait 12 whole hours and go to sleep and wake up and get glam and get ready the next morning to get in a fight? That's a little bit weird to me. And that fact kind of makes the whole thing seem a little bit disingenuous, I will just be honest. Although you could tell that the emotions that Sydney is having are definitely fucking genuine. And so when Sydney and Judy finally are face to face and having their confrontation, Sydney's, you know, saying, "Why the fuck did you spit on me, bitch? What the fuck? Why did you spit on me?" And Judy pretty much just said some dumb shit like, "Well, I can't hit you because you're a dude." She pretty much said, "You are verbally disrespecting me, so I decided I could physically disrespect you, but obviously I cannot hit you, so that was my next best bet, was a hakalugarella."
First of all, I can't hit you,
know why,
so I spit on you.
Why
Yes,
did
it was
you spit on me?
disrespectful.
Why? I threw it in fucking stupid ass bitch.
I'm not gonna hit you.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
won't.
man.
I won't hit you.
You're
Yeah, I
a
won't.
man.
Which, again, you guys, I'm heated. This is so fucked up. I really thought that my girl Judy would be above this. I thought she was coming into the house with a good attitude. And if I was Sydney, I'm really hoping that Sydney, next episode, gets some cereal and some milk and dumps the cereal and milk on Judy in bed. That is all I want from this show at this moment. That is what I want. But Sydney throws her drink onto Judy, and Judy does not throw her drink back. However, Seven throws her drink at Sydney because Sydney's drink, in fact, did hit Seven, not Judy. They showed that bit a lot in the trailer, but it really was just, you know, Seven was like, "Whatever, bitch, just get your aim right."
I'm sorry.
Look at you.
I'm
Look
sorry.
at
And then, in the middle of the whole thing, Sarah comes running into the middle of it and starts screaming at Sydney too. Even though Sydney literally just got fucking spat on, Sarah is in a way kind of siding with Judy. And she's just like, "You know, Sydney, you need to stop making a mess of the house. We live here. You can't make a mess. Don't throw drinks. What are you doing?" When I was like, "Girl, it's on a tile floor. You could take a little rag and clean it up, no problem. Calm down." So Seven calls Tanisha, and Tanisha comes on over so that way she could play Laura the life coach. Miss Tanisha is playing Tanisha the therapist, because it seems like that's all she's trying to do is, like, moderate the girls, but she's not doing a very good job, because quickly into her moderation, she starts screaming at Natalie. Natalie starts screaming at her. Sarah starts screaming at Tanisha. Tanisha walks away. It was just a whole big fucking commotion. And I will say right now, literally, like 2 episodes in, it's just been non-stop screaming in the house. Like, I want to see the girls go out. I want to see them go to the club. They were talking about how last night when Sydney got spat on by Judy, they were on their way home from the strip club. I want to know, why was there not a camera crew? Why was there no camera crew at the strip club? That's the kind of stuff we want to be seeing. We don't, you know, it's like we have these storylines, but no explanation. So as far as we know, it could all just be fake and made up. But that's besides the point. And then also while Tanisha is sitting down trying to talk to all the girls, trying to get the scoop about what's going on, or as Janelle keeps saying, she's trying to download her, which is a term I've never heard before for filling somebody in. I got her downloaded. That's a good one. I'm going to use that, Janelle. Thank you. Once again, my queen Janelle, just like the calmest, sweetest, nicest, most gorgeous woman in the world. But Christina is just going crazy at the dinner table while everyone's just trying to have a nice conversation. Christina is like screaming. She's smacking her chair on the ground. She's picking up the incense burner and using it as a microphone. It was just a whole bunch of rowdy, bowdy shit.
No, I'm just trying to say that I'm gonna be ready regardless.
Christina was hot, she was ready, and I was afraid she was about to set it off at any moment.
Let me finish. Tanisha.
Christina, what did the chair do to you, babe?
Start squirting it in. Start squirting.
No, I'm not having mic.
I know.
No, it's not that heavy.
Let me see.
It's heavy.
It's a brand new day.
At that point, I was sitting and wondering, what substance could it be?
And I loved every fucking second of it. Listen, Christina, right now she's carrying the show. There is no show without Christina. The Judy and Sydney thing is going on too, but like, that's a little too dark. It's a little too dark. I think after you spit on somebody, maybe they should be removed, honestly. And so the whole fight with Natalie and Tanisha starts because Tanisha explains that since her and Natalie are executive producers, that really they probably should have arranged for all the girls to get hair and makeup done, at least not for just the confessionals, not maybe for every day, but just the confessionals. And Natalie kind of disagrees, but agrees. I really don't know. The whole fight was kind of weird and confusing, but the girls start screaming at each other and Tanisha gets frustrated and walked away. Because Sarah, once again, butts her head in and starts explaining, I'm a producer on the show too, but you don't see me complaining and you don't see me being a diva. Tanisha, you're executive producer, we get it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Sarah was just really trying my nerves this week. I was a little confused about everything she was saying. But we did get some good shut the fuck up lines from Tanisha. I love the way Tanisha says the word fuck. It really just comes out of her larynx so lovely. And then so once again, the energy moves from Christina and Natalie back over to Judy because Tanisha said, oh, also, by the way, Judy, Seven had just filled me in the fact that you spat on Sydney while you guys were out last night. That's supposed to be your sister. You're supposed to be business partners. You're supposed to be grown women being, you know, being about your business. That's what this show is allegedly for, right? Your business. So maybe spitting on people is not the best bet. As Tanisha is saying that, Natalie just points her direction and Judy goes, don't point at me. Don't point at me.
But Natalie is going left.
It's not.
It's going fucking left.
Because what you did to Sydney was disgusting.
Stop pointing
What
at
you
me.
did? No,
Shit.
Judy,
We're
you cannot
done.
do that.
Oh,
fucking apologize.
Relax, I got you.
And she should not have said that because the second she said that, Natalie, Sydney, Tanisha, everyone got up and came at her. Literally, everyone was like in Judy's face screaming at her. Once again, rightfully so, because why are you spitting on people? That's fucking gross. And then, you know, once again, the episode ended at kind of a weird spot. It ended like at the dinner table with everybody screaming and yelling about kind of nothing, but also the same thing that they've been yelling about, which we're kind of lost on. So I will say I am a little bit confused about what is going on in the storyline. There really is no storyline. Things are just kind of happening. And then we quickly get like oh, this is happening because of this. And we're like, oh, well, why couldn't we have seen that happen? Where was the camera crew? So I hope the whole season isn't like that. I hope the camera crew kind of gets on it and is following them around when the drama happens. And even though I'm talking a lot of shit this episode, I will say that I actually really enjoyed this week's episode. I was reading through the comments on the Zeus Network, and it seems like a lot of people are enjoying this episode more than last one. I still saw some people who were like, this is literally just everyone screaming. This was a waste of an episode. And in a way, I can see that, but also like, you know, that's what Bad Girls Club was, just fighting. I wish that there was more partying alongside of the fighting. You know, like I said, I want the girls to be doing some body shots, to go skinny dipping. I want somebody to fucking trash somebody's mattress and rip it off of the bed frame and throw it in the pool. Come on. I'm really hoping that they kick it into high gear. Because if they're going to be screaming and throwing drinks and spitting and fighting, go all the way and make it at least, you know, fun and campy and comedic like the original Bad Girls Club was. Again, I know I'm talking a lot of shit this week, but I actually really enjoyed this episode. And I'm very excited to see next week because it looks like they actually may be going out next week. I think there was a clip of them in a club with like a bottle with one of those big sparklers on top of it. So I'm excited to watch the rest of the season, see where it goes. Hopefully things pick up and hopefully things get a little calmer in a way. I don't know what I want from the show. I want there to be more explanation for the storyline. As of right now, Judy is definitely on my shart list. I'm really disappointed in her for spitting on Sydney in the limo. I'm also extremely disappointed in the Zeus Network and the production team for not having a camera crew to get the spitting. There was a security guard in the car, but, you know, at least have one guy sitting in the passenger seat just leaned over recording. That's all we need. That's all we need. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. This episode was fucking exhausting. Not really. It was great. I enjoyed it. Once again, I'm talking a lot of shit, but I really liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like the video. If you didn't like it, then go ahead and dislike it. I can handle it. In fact, go ahead and tell me in the comments also what you hated about me. Tell me the #1 thing you hate the most about me. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.